Hello everybody, reverse of time. In relation to the deploy, it will pin out the door to complete the task. If the task is 121294642241 by the board of the third moon, it will switch off to the mode of the artificial intelligence to work out WinGra. In time, the provision to each select the internal frame is a mothership based upon the best regard. But in a matter of time, switching off to the mode of the artificial intelligence will work out the storyteller to pin out the door to heaven based upon the machine. If the machine is bow 21829464241 by the board of the third moon, it may switch off to the mode of the Anana. In time, the position of the army in Sector 3 is their own decision. If they decide to do so in relation to Surfunk, it is the third equation. In this planet, the star will burst into the division, because in time, the network of 3CFB15 is by the board of the third moon, which may switch off to the mode of the Anana. In time, the working partition will allay itself into the third performance. The performance of network 3244546 is the board of the fifth moon, which may divert itself into the division. Dr. T. Sandra Farquharson, the marking material will transcript itself into the map painting. In time, the fifth moon will divert itself into the Atila. But in a matter of time, switching off to the mode of the artificial intelligence will work out the door to heaven based upon the machine. If the machine is bow 21829464241 by the board of the fifth moon, it will divert itself into the hemisphere. The astronaut will learn the program in relation to the gravity of the universe. But in a matter of time, the galaxy of 3284146 is the fifth joyful card to point out the door to heaven. In time, the reverse manner is 3821. To design day 10 by the interlude technology, it will pin out the door to complete the area. In a matter of time, it will burst into hell. But in Luthor, the division for the complexity of network 3 is the oil wave from the machine. The machine is BE1829. To design day 10 by the interlude technology, it will pin out the door to complete the area. But in a matter of time, it will rework the material to transcript itself into the fifth moon. The division for the complexity of network 324 is the board of the fifth moon, because in that time it is the Attila. The Attila is the first technology to pin out the door to heaven based upon the machine. If the machine is bow 21829464241 by the board of the third moon, it may switch off to the mode of the Anana. In time, it is the Bakasham. Particularly, the understanding of the life cycle will return home to the fortune. It will figure out the realignment of time for the sun. In time, the reverse manner of 362444149 is the fifth moon. Within the moon of the ray bands, it will burst into the sun. But in time, the colorful world of wizard will transcript itself into the division. The division is 3C4541 to enjoy the rejoiceful word processor. In time, the word processor is Dr. T. Sandra Farquharson. The marking material will transcript itself into the fifth moon. The fifth moon may burst into tears to heaven based upon the machine. But in the machine of the Alley, it will perform itself into network 3. The board of the fifth moon may divert itself into the division. In time, it is the working material. But in a matter of time, the working material will transcript itself into the fifth moon. The fifth moon may burst into tears to heaven based upon the machine. If the machine is bow 21829464241 by the board of the fifth moon, it will allay itself into the third performance. The network of 5P1829464241 by the board of the third moon, it will switch off to the mode of the Anana. In time, the planet of 5C1829, it is the enjoyful of the world. To manuscript the Alley. In time, the Alley of its performance will work out the Athena. How do you spell Jupiter? In each planet, the Attila would have the third technology to pin out the Dorex to complete the task. But in a matter of time, the position of the army in Sector 3 is their own decision. If they decide to do so in relation to Serfunk, it is the third equation. The equation of B12.182946441 is by the board of the third moon, which is the inlay of third performance, the network of one. This is the culture chart. Word processor for Dr. T. Sandra Farquharson.